All right. So first, I have like a few things that I want to touch base with. I know that I sent out a message, but auto ships run on the 15th. The 15th is Saturday. Sometimes when it runs on a Saturday, they may move it up to Friday if there's going to be a sale. So if there's going to be a sale, you kind of know there's going to be a sale by the fact that they moved the auto ships up to Friday. And then you know the reason that they did that is because there's probably going to be a sale on the weekend. So it's going to be auto ships are either going to be Friday or Saturday. And what I do with my auto ship people, I always message them before their auto ship runs. I never want them to feel like their auto ship is going to run without them knowing, because I do not want them to turn their auto ship off. Those auto ship customers are going to be the heart and soul of your business every single month. So, hey, Chelsea. So, those auto ship customers are so important. They're going to be the heart and soul of your business every single month. I message them, and I do this with a mindset of abundance. And I had to change my mindset when I message people, because I was like, oh no, I'm going to message them and they're going to decide that they want to turn it off. And so I had to change my mindset to, I'm going to message them and they're going to add something or upgrade their DFT. And they might want to change their shake flavors. And I messaged all my auto ship people this morning, and I would say 60% of them either upgraded their DFT or added another product to their order. Nobody said, you know what, I want to skip this time. So it is so important to take care of your auto ship people, offer incentives and thank yous for your auto ship people, because you don't want to start over every single month with new people because you're not taking care of the people that you already have. So that should be like your first priority when we get off the Zoom, is making sure that if you have anybody on auto ship, and the way to look at that is go to my team, my customers, and then toggle by next auto ship. And then it will show you everybody who is going to have an auto ship run on the 15th. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is our new team page. Our new team page is really special because we're not supposed to have one. You are not supposed to have a team page until you are a 200K leader. Clearly, I'm not a 200K leader. I am a 40K right now, and I'm hoping we are going to be 80K by the end of the month. So I'm hoping that we are going to be 80K this month, but that is still not 200K to have a page. But the reason that they are letting me have this page is because we are basically a new team in our area. There's nobody in our upline besides me that is local. So like when it comes to West Virginia, like anybody higher than me is more than 6 hours away from us. So I have a feeling that that's why they are letting us do this. There is someone from compliance in our group. There's also 200 or two 200K leaders in that group. And they have to be in there right now while we don't have a 200K in the group. So it's really special that we have that group. It is for our entire team. If you signed up under Kelly, somebody signs up under you, if you signed up under Jennifer, no matter who you sign up under, this is for our entire team, basically from me down. So if you are from me down, and when I say me down, I don't mean that like hierarchy. I mean that as in I signed up first. Like that is the only reason I'm above you is because I signed up first. So so that's what I mean when I say that. So one of the first things that you should be doing is adding your new promoters to that group. I'm going to run promos and giveaways in there and incentives. I'm always going to be posting good information that can help you grow your business. We are going to do these team Zooms every single night at 7 o'clock on Mondays. The other thing that I wanted to talk about is when an issue arrives, like say that somebody is pooping too much, or because let's face it, when you're detoxing, that happens a lot. And you get that message like, am I supposed to be going to the bathroom this much? Yeah, you're detoxing. But when people send you those messages, it's really important to connect them to an upline. And so say that you are under Jennifer, for instance, and one of your customers reaches out and they're starting not to trust you because they're having bathroom issues. So the easy thing to do is to put them in a 3-way chat with your upline, so whoever you signed up under, and say, hey, Carol's having some issues here, and I just wanted you to talk to her about detox and some of the things. Just, kind of tell her what's happening with her body right now and what she can expect. I know this sounds crazy, but people are going to trust someone else more than they trust you. And it's not because you're not trustworthy. It's just because sometimes hearing it from someone else is what you need. Like, it's like you can tell your kid something 7,000 times, but they'll listen to a complete stranger. Same thing with customers. Like, if there's an issue, always connect to your upline. If Kelly or Jennifer or whoever you signed up under isn't available, connect them with me. I can help too. Like, we're all like a big team. Like, there's no reason that I can't help Kelly's people. There's no reason I can't help Chelsea's people. So if you need someone, I'm here. Put them in a message with me. Always connect up. That's also going to make your people feel important and like you actually really care, about what's going on with them. And that's what we want. I mean, we want people to have a good experience. We don't want them spending money on something and then have a bad experience. Okay, so the last thing there's 2 other things that I have on my list to mention, but I'm going to mention those at the end because one is a giveaway that I'm going to do, and I want you to stay. So everybody will stay for the giveaway. And then the other one is about something else that's happening tonight. But I put this in the new team page. I don't know if you guys looked at it or you saw it or you clicked on it or you printed it out. But this is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And all the 200K leaders I know use this religiously. If you're not doing anything else every single day, you should be doing your 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And sometimes, like, I get people and they're like, I just don't know what to do. What should I be doing? And this is what you should be doing if you don't know what to do. So 5 is your reach outs. And when you reach out to people, this doesn't have to be sending someone a message and saying, hey, have you heard of Thrive? And it's someone that you haven't talked to since high school. That's not what we mean by reach outs. What we mean by reach outs is commenting and interacting on non-Thrivers posts, maybe messaging someone that you haven't talked to in a while and just talk to them, not mentioning Thrive. But when the opportunity comes up, when someone is talking about a problem that they may have, maybe they haven't been sleeping, maybe they need to lose weight, that is your time to be like, well, have you heard of Thrive? That is your time to interject. And Kelly and I was talking about this earlier. Kelly and I started this a little different than most people because we already have businesses and we had a following. So people think that they can't do this without a following. But most of the 200K leaders that I know didn't have a following. So they did this 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They reached out to their friends and their family. They created leads lists. They basically just did the grunt work. When you're commenting on someone's Facebook post or something, it should be a genuine comment. And really interact with people, like talk to them about their day. When people feel like you're interested in them, they are going to be interested in what you're doing. Plus, the algorithm is going to start putting you in their timeline more often. So I will always go through and start looking at my non-Thrivers post, and I try to comment on as many as I can every single day, and that's my reach outs. Another thing that I do for reach outs, and I talked about this on the last Zoom, is happy birthdays. Today, 2 of my happy birthdays said that they wanted to know more about Thrive. All I did was message them and say, hey, gorgeous, I hope you have a great birthday. I hope you're doing well, or, just something very vague. And they would message me back. One of them's pregnant and said, after I have this baby, I'm going to be messaging you about Thrive. The other one said, hey, girl, you look so good. I need to get with you on what you're doing. So that's just for me going up to my birthdays and telling people happy birthday. I didn't mention Thrive. I didn't message them and say, hey girl, you're so pretty, want to join my team? I didn't do that. I just messaged them and told them happy birthday. That was it. And they messaged me back and said, you know what? I need to thrive. So I do that every single day. It doesn't have to be all Thrive all the time. Like your post, like they can just be inspirational. They can just be to serve. People love when I post keto posts. I get sick of posting them, but I do keto, and people are so intrigued by keto, and I get it because it works. But when I post keto recipes and things, that gets more views and responses and people talking to me than anything. And that's because I'm offering up something free of value to people. And that basically makes them trust me because I'm giving them something for free that they didn't have to go search for, even though it didn't cost me anything. They just feel like I'm enhancing or adding to their lives. So it doesn't have to always be about Thrive. People are going to trust you from your non-Thrive post. People are going to buy into you long before they buy Thrive. So being able to tell your story is key and vital in everything that you post. So what else here? I think I covered all of the 5. Yes, I did. And just make sure, I know that I mentioned it vaguely, but if someone like is offering, like saying, oh, I'm just so tired all the time, that's a great time to say, hey, have you heard of Thrive? And no, that's not annoying. That's offering a solution to a problem that they're telling you that they have. So it's annoying when you're like, haven't talked to someone since like 3rd grade and you're like, hey, that's annoying. So the 4 is follow-ups. I talked a little bit about auto ships in the beginning of this, and that goes in the whole follow-ups. You're always checking on your auto ship people. My friend Jamie, she likes to send thank you cards after people's auto ships run. I am horrible at thank you cards, and that is something that I wish I were better at, and I am going to intentionally try to be better at. I'm good at like internet thank yous. So, but I need to be, Jamie writes a handwritten thank you card to every one of her auto ship people every month. And I get that. Like people feel special when they get handwritten mail. So make sure that if you have out samples, I personally don't sample a whole lot, but when I do have samples, I am checking in with that person every single day that they're sampling. So if you have out samples, you don't just give a sample to somebody. And to be honest, the most ideal thing for you to do if you're going to give out a sample is to get them on a phone call with someone in your upline before you give them that sample. So, and the reason that I say that is because that would give me a chance to say, tell them how to take the product for one. And 2, it would give me a chance to say, now, just so you know, this wasn't free for Jennifer to give to you. You know, this comes out of her, it cost about $5 a day. So she's really investing in you. So we just want to make sure that you get the most out of this experience. That way they feel some type of obligation to do their best with it, and not just write it off and you basically waste your product. So it's always good to get people you're going to sample to on the phone before you sample them. Free accounts. Free accounts is when somebody signs up for a free account, and this happens to me a lot because my social media, like I put my links in my social media. Like if you don't have your link on your Facebook profile or your Instagram, that's something that you really need to do, because I will get people that will sign up and order without even ever talking to me. They just go click the link in my profile and order. So, but when they do that, I get that email and I always follow up. If someone just makes a new account and doesn't order, I always follow up and say, hey, I see that you created a new Thrive account. I just wanted to check in and see if I could answer any questions or help you get started on your journey. It's nothing like, doesn't take a long time. It's just a quick email. So your new Thrivers, I check on my new Thrivers day 1, day 3, and depending on how they're doing. Like if they're having any issues whatsoever, I check on them every day. But if they're doing great, it's like day 1, day 3, day 7. And then after that, I try to check in weekly. But make sure that you're checking in on people, because a lot of the times they won't come to you if they're having an issue. And most of these issues that they're having are so easy to fix. So easy. Most time it's they're not drinking enough water. Like if they have irritation from their patches, they probably aren't drinking enough water, and they put it on an area that was sensitive. So a lot of these problems are so easily fixable. Let's see. Make sure that you are putting your customers in that Living the Thrive Life group. It's run by Jamie Lindbergh, but we are not allowed to have a customer group. So one way to get your customers connected to the community is to putting them in that Living the Thrive Life group. And if you are not in that group, just send me a message after this and I will add you to it. But that is where I put all of my customers, and she posts great information for customers in there daily. If people ask questions, she answers, and she's so knowledgeable. So she is super great. Make sure you're putting your customers in that group. The 3, your social media post. I preach on this daily, and it overwhelms so many people. But almost every single day, one of my promoters comes to me and says, people just aren't messaging me. I don't know why people aren't messaging me. And I will go look at their social media, and they haven't posted for 4 or 5 days. Well, nobody knows to message you if you're not posting. If you're not posting, you're not in front of their face. So check yourself. Like, don't come message me and tell me that it's not working when I look at your social media and you haven't posted in 3 days. I'm like, no, you're not working. You're not working. So I am so blunt and honest when people come to me and tell me, nobody's messaging me, I can't find customers. It is because you're not posting. It's because you're not showing up. I tell people 3 times a day on Facebook. It doesn't have to be Thrive. Just post about your life. Post about something to serve others. And only make one of your posts Thrive related. And you don't even have to say the word Thrive. Just talk about your journey. Because people, like I said, will buy into you before they buy into Thrive. So I always say posting 3 times a day on Facebook. It's not always Thrive. Like today I posted something inspirational with a picture of me holding a rooster. I might share like a recipe. I don't know. You just know, I'm so all over the place. I live on a farm. So most of the time there's a farm animal in my post, but it doesn't have to be all Thrive all the time. You just have to show up. My stories get 400 times the engagement as my posts do. So when I'm doing Instagram and Facebook stories, they get 400 times the views and interactions. So if you're not showing up in your Instagram stories or your Facebook stories, that you are missing out on a lot of people and a lot of views. So it's good for people to see your face. It's good for them to hear your voice. They need to feel like they know you and trust you before they're gonna like put their health in your hands. So showing up on social media is huge. Facebook Lives is another way. Like people love it when you go live. The other day I went live to talk about something personal, and I had so many messages from that. And you don't always have to talk about Thrive or sell or something. Just let people get to know you. Like I get so many messages after I do a live, and like of people saying, you know what, I can really relate to that. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Like we're all the same. like we are all so much the same, but people don't realize that until you put yourself out there. So lives get a ton of views. Like I will post a live and it'll get 800 views. Like that's ridiculous. That's crazy. So let's see. Pictures are important. Don't always just use words. Don't post your link in your post, because if you post your link in your post, the algorithm isn't going to show it to as many people. So if you're posting your link in your post, that's one of the reasons people aren't seeing it or reacting to it. I always try to personally message my link to people. I've even stopped posting it in the comments of my post, just because I feel like it's seen less when I do that. So if someone comments on my post, I will message them the link. That's just an algorithm thing, I think. Number two, every day you should be adding two names to your lead list. I have a lead list right here. And basically what this is, I'll show it again, I know. So what that is basically people that I know I want to get thriving with me, because if I can get them to turn promoter, they are going to be bomb promoters. So I interact on these people's posts every day. I make sure that I'm showing up for them in their lives. I haven't mentioned Thrive yet to them. I'm waiting for my opportunity to kind of get it in there. But they'll make a post and I'm always one of the first people commenting on their post and showing support and being basically their hype girl. So make a list of people that you know, if they were to sign up to promote with you, it would propel your business forward. Also make a list of people who will order from you just because they love you. And then the third list that would be great is make a list of people that you know need Thrive in their life, and start commenting on those people. And you should be adding a couple people to your list every day. That should be growing. This one's hard for me. On the 2, it says to set a timer for 10 minutes and constantly interact on people's stuff. I am so ADD, you guys. Like I go to do that and I'm multitask daily. Like I do 7,000 things at the same time. So when I set a timer and like I'm just commenting on people's posts, I get so sidetracked. So that one's really hard for me, but I get why it's on there, because I tried to do it the other day. I got 11 comments in 10 minutes. But I also know it was really hard for me to do that. It was hard for me to focus and get 11 comments, and then you're scrolling past the negative stuff that you don't want to comment on and all that stuff. So that was difficult, but you should challenge yourself to do it tonight. It was actually interesting to see that I struggled so much with it. Let's see. Oh, customers thriving for free. So that is one of the best ways to get yourself new customers, is to get your customers thriving for free. Have them post their referral link to their friends, or not post it, but send it to their friends. Get their friends to sign up and thrive for free, because those customers are your customers. Yes, they get the referral for their credits to thrive for free, but you get the commission. They're still your customer. So it is so important in that, and you don't know who they know. They may know somebody who signs up to be a promoter later that just is friggin' awesome. So it's so important that you work with your customers to get them to thrive for free. And if they like don't know how to do that, say, hey, just send me 2 people and I'll do the work. So put me in a message with 2 of your friends that are interested and let me do the work, and get their friends thriving for free and use their link. Also, if growing your following, I talked about this the other day, go through the people that you may know. If you know them, go ahead and add them. Also on Instagram, go and follow accounts that are like your accounts and that you think would be people who would follow you back. A lot of the times I'll follow 50 accounts and 25 to 30 of those will follow me back. And that's been how I've grown my following. And then your 1 is always connect your skeptics with your leaders. Always connect up. If you have people that are having any issues or problems, get them on a 3-way call or a 3-way message. If you're unable, if they just won't get on the phone, a 3-way message is better than anything. Okay, so just connect them up, make them feel a sense of community. If there are ever any like issues or anything, it's always good to hear from someone else too, that you're not the only one in the world that is going to the bathroom 3 times a day the first week. And then lastly, ask your customers to share their story. That's something that I'm guilty of not doing and I need to do. And I'm going to do that. Like I'm going to make that a priority this week. So I'm going to ask my happy customers if they'll make a post about their journey. And I will tell them, if people comment, I'll give them their referral link and I'll help them out with it so they can get their 2 referrals to thrive for free. So that is the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you do not know what to do every day, all you have to do is go and print this out and set it on your desk or wherever it is that you work. And when you're stuck and don't know what to do, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you should never not know what to do, because you have this, and this is all good stuff. This is all good stuff. And I've been doing this before I even knew this existed, just in a different way. So I had been doing most of this stuff before I knew about this actual like sheet and it being a thing with Le-Vel. So go print this out. I put the link in our team page. Set it down with your phone, at your desk, whatever, and let it guide you in growing your business. Okay, so I'm getting ready to finish up. The last 2 things I wanted to mention: at 9 p.m., Team Grit and Grace has a Zoom. I can send the link in our chat. It's at 9 p.m. our time, and Kendra Morse is going to be talking on that Zoom, and she is a millionaire leader. So she's amazing. She's full of knowledge. She freaking millionaire. And if you want to hop on that Zoom, I'm going to get the link and send it or post it in our group page on Facebook. That is going to be a good one to hop on to if you are not doing anything at 9 o'clock. She's awesome, and she's the sweetest person ever too. So, and then the contest. So contest. So here's what I'm doing. I'm giving away $100 Amazon gift card. Okay. And to get entries, there are 2 things that you can do. 1, every new customer order over $100 between now and August 31st. That is each one of those is 1 entry. And you're going to have to send these to me on the 31st. So make sure you're keeping track of them, like you can screenshot them or whatever. But don't send them to me before the 31st, because I'm a mess and I will lose them. But that is the first way to get entries. Every single new customer order over $100. The second way to get entries is a 3-way call or message with your upline. And you just have to write down the day that you connected someone in a 3-way message or a 3-way call with an upline. Write down the date and the time. And every time you do that, write down the date and the time. And at the end, I will just confirm it with whoever it was that you connected with. And that is a way to get another entry. So every time you do a 3-way call or 3-way message, every time you get a new customer who orders $100 or more, you're going to be entered into the drawing to win a $100 Amazon gift card. So super, super easy to get entries to. I am also considering, if we have at least 5 people hit a new rank this month, giving away one of those Fitbit scales. And if you don't know what that is, I have a Fitbit scale. It's called a Fitbit Aria. The new ones are called something different. I can't remember. But it's basically like a scale that you weigh yourself with. And it automatically Bluetooths to your Fitbit. So if you have a Fitbit, it'll keep track of your weight and everything. And you don't have to go put in your weight. It'll keep track of your body fat percentages. It'll keep track of everything. So I have one of those, and every time I step on the scale, it sends it to my phone. So if we get 5 people that rank up, anybody who hits a new rank this month, I'm going to enter them into that drawing for the Fitbit scale, but we have to at least have 5 people hit a new rank this month. So that is what I'm going to do. Those are the 2 giveaways. If you have any questions, let me know. You guys can unmute yourself. Do you have any questions while we're all here? Jennifer, Chelsea, Karen, Kelly, Michelle, questions?
Hi, sorry, I was driving.
It's okay.
I was being safe, I promise. Had my phone on Bluetooth or whatever. So just to kind of touch on what you were saying, it's hard for me to like post all the time, but knowing that like it's not every single post is Thrive and single post is trying to sell, like that makes me feel better that I'm not annoying people, because that's my thing. I just don't want to annoy people, because I know I would get annoyed if I seen it all the time. But then I've heard you say before, like, doesn't matter what you're posting, you're always selling something. If it's your nails you just got done, or you know, hey, I'm at Starbucks and your drink or whatever, you're always selling something. And I never thought about it that way. So I really appreciate you putting it into perspective for me, because I would never thought of it that way.
Yeah, like I had a friend who was wanting to promote Thrive, and she never did sign up, but I messaged her one day and I'd screenshotted like 4 things from her Facebook, and I said, do you realize in the past 24 hours you've promoted 4 things that you didn't get paid for? And she was like, well, I didn't think about it like that. I was like, right. And we do it all the time. Like anytime you share something you like, you're promoting it. So that's the reason that the mindset just has to change. It's a mindset thing. Does anyone have any questions?
I'm gonna have to find which I've had one before, but I may have to order one again. It's a planner. I love planners and journals and agendas and stuff like that. There's a website called Agendio, and you can completely customize your agenda from start to finish. Like, I had one that was like 365 pages. I had a page for each day, and I used it last year, and I loved it. So I may try to make one that follows the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, because I'm like, I have to write things down. Like, I have to look at it, I have to write it down, I have to keep track. I'm a visual person. So if I make one, I'll like share the template in the group, if that's okay, like our group chat. So if people are interested in it and they're kind of like me, maybe that'll help somebody else too.
Okay. Yeah, that's great. That would be great. Anybody else? Questions? Concerns? Need help with anything? Anybody? Okay. Well, I hope that this was helpful. I did record it, so once it downloads, which who knows when that will be because my internet is ridiculous.
I do have a question. Can I interrupt you?
Yeah.
I signed 4 new customers today. Do they count towards your contest?
Yeah. The contest starts
before the.
It's today through the 31st. So the 10th through the 31st. And then, like I said, if we can get 5 new people to hit ranks, I'm going to give away that Fitbit scale too, because it's freaking sweet. Like, I love mine.
Okay, that's going to be tough.
No, I think we can, and that's like team wide though. That's like all of our promoters.
Yeah. Okay.
So there totally should be 5 people. I mean, there's like, I think not all of them are active, but I think we have 84 active promoters on Team Go.
That's a lot.
Yeah. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, there, 5 of somebody should be able to rank up this month. And I'm not counting myself. So if I rank up, I don't count because I'm not going to be in my own.
Him says me.
Huh?
Not me, him. Like,
okay, well, tell him to rank up and get 5 of his or 4 other people to rank up.
He's not even going to have to do much, friend. Like, Melanie and Kelly are just rolling him right up.
Good. Well, maybe, but if we get those 5, I'm going to post the giveaway. Let me stop recording. Hold on.